Hi, my name's Lisette and I'm the Student Housing Services Manager. Thanks for joining today. I'm going to talk to you a bit about the accommodation options that you would have if you came to Middlesex University. So the options are halls of residence, which I will go through in more detail, private accommodation in the local area, and of course, if you don't live too far from the university, then you can continue living at home. So first of all, the halls of residence. We do offer a guarantee scheme. So any full-time UK, EU and international undergraduate students who are joining us for their first year of study, as long as you apply by the 30th of June for accommodation, after you've accepted your offer for the university, and the 12th of August for international postgraduates, then you would be guaranteed a place in one of the halls. This would either be in one of the halls that I'm going to be talking about, or one of the other hall providers that we work with. So the Middlesex halls, just a quick overview. They've all self-catering rooms. So a majority of them are en suite. So you have your own shower and your own toilet within the room. And then you have shared kitchens. So depending on which hall, you could be sharing between 5 to 10 people in the kitchen. There's Wi-Fi internet access throughout all of the rooms and all of the communal areas. There's communal areas in all the halls, so you have the opportunity to study and socialize together. There's a laundrette in each of the halls. All the bills are included, and you also get contents insurance. And we have resident assistants in all of the halls, and again I'll be talking a bit more about those, and you'll also get to meet some of our resident assistants for some tours later on. So the first hall that I'm going to talk about is Usher Hall, which is the closest one to the campus, just opposite on the other side of the road. You've got local shops and bars there nearby, really good transport links into central London, bus services right outside on the doorstep. We've got 182 and their rooms there, and they're all en suite and all for Middlesex students. They have shared kitchens of around 5 to 6 people sharing a kitchen, and they have common rooms dotted around the hall that are shared between 10 and 12 students. Platt Hall is our largest hall. That's in Colindale, which is, you can walk it within 15-20 minutes, or there is a bus service that can take you up to the campus via public transport. It's obviously a much larger hall, so gives you a larger community of students that you'll be living with. Again, just round the corner, there's local shops and bars and good transport links into central London. Again, there's Colindale Station, about 5 minutes walk from the hall. We've got 540 ensuite rooms there, all for Middlesex students, and they are grouped in flats. So there's 6 students to a flat. You each have your ensuite room, and then you have the shared kitchen between the 6 of you. There's Rittle House within the grounds, and in there is a really large study room, TV room, and then you've got really great outdoor areas there as well. Then we've got Ivy Hall, which is in Cricklewood. This hall tends to have a really good community of students. A lot of the rooms are shared, so you don't have an ensuite bathroom. You share the bathroom facilities and really large shared kitchens. but that does mean that everybody gets together, quite a lot more. So it can work quite well. Again, just down the road, there's local shops and bars, easy to get to into central London again, and also there's good transport links to the hospital sites. So we recommend this hall for our nursing students. And also with this one, you can get a 50-week contract. So you can stay for the full year, which again is really good for nursing students in terms of they study for the full year. So we have 49 ensuite rooms and 132 standard rooms. So they're the rooms where you're sharing the bathroom facilities. Large communal kitchens with seating area, sofas and TV, and an outdoor courtyard area. Then finally, we've got Olympic Way in Wembley. This is our newest hall of residence. It was built in 2016, so we've been with them now a few years. This gives students the opportunity to be in a thriving community. It's right next to the world famous Wembley Stadium. You can literally look out the window and see it out there. Again, great transport links both to the campus and to central London. Getting to the campus, depending on when you come in, whether it's in rush hour or not, it's sort of between 20 to 40 minutes on public transport. Currently, we have 300 of the 700 rooms there for Middlesex students. So the rest of the rooms are offered out directly by the company that runs it, Unite, to other students in various London universities. So you get a good mixture of students from other universities as well. There are also 70 studio flats, so where you have your own kitchenette within your room, but that is only bookable directly with Unite. That's not through the university. They've got loads of specially designed social spaces, both outside and indoors, a huge TV lounge and area with pool tables and table tennis. And one of the best things about going to stay in Olympic Way is you've got really good opportunities for part-time work. As I say, you've got the stadium there with regular things going on. Hopefully from September, they've got the arena, obviously with music concerts, etc. They've got Box Park just across the way. They've got a large shopping centre. And so what Unite do is they will organise for these companies to come and actually get students signed up at the beginning of term for part-time working. The support that's provided in the halls, in each of the halls, there's hall staff there available 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and they can assist with any queries in regards to the halls, in particular in regards to maintenance issues. Outside of those hours, there's security on site, and they can deal with any emergencies, anything you know might have in terms of noise issues, etc. And then there's my team, which is the Middlesex Accommodation team, and we can help you with any queries in regards to your contract and rent payments. Next, I mentioned earlier about our resident assistants. So these are students, generally in their second or third year. Usually they've already lived in the hall in their first year, so they understand how everything works. And they're available to provide peer-to-peer support. They're available in the evenings and at weekends. They organise regular activities. Obviously, at the moment, that's a lot of that is virtual, but again, fingers crossed, for September, we'll be able to go back to doing some more face-to-face stuff, but they do things, as you can see here, table tennis tournaments, quiz nights, yoga, games nights. They've been doing pancake making, Halloween, pumpkin carving, all sorts of different things, and people can suggest ideas as well as you go along. There's also the university support, which, although you're living in the halls, is obviously still available to everybody living in the halls. And again, you can find out more information about these from the resident assistants, but there's academic support through our learning enhancement team, placements and part-time work through Middlesex Works, financial support through our student welfare advice team. If you get any sort of disability or anything that you think might you need support within the hall, then you can go through our disability support team and they can make those suggestions to us. And then mental health, we've got a really fantastic counselling and mental health team that can support you with that. So some useful information. When you make your application, you don't have to pay a deposit. But once we make you an offer, we then ask you to pay £300, and this goes towards your first term's rent. So you would just take that off of the amount that you need to pay for your first term. The rent is paid in advance termly. So when you get your contract, it will show you pay one payment in September and one payment in January. However, if you're receiving a maintenance loan, that can actually be split. So you pay in September, January and April in line with your maintenance loans. And we would obviously provide more information about that once you've been made an offer. In terms of the rent, the rent shown here is our current year prices. They will be going up for September 21. We just in the process of negotiating the rent prices with our private providers, and so we hope to have those available on our website by the end of March. So this gives you an idea of the sort of prices. So for a standard room, it's from £150.64. An ensuite room is £163.66 to £185.22. Most of our contracts are 40 weeks. So that's from September to June, and that includes Christmas and Easter. You don't have to move your things out. And as I say, in Ivy Hall, you can get a 50-week contract. So if you want to stay for the full year, that is possible there. Bills are included, as I mentioned previously, so gas, electricity, water, internet access, and you've got basic contents insurance. So how to apply? Once you have applied to Middlesex University, and then if you put Middlesex as your first choice, from when we open the booking process, which will be at the end of April, you can make an application for a place in one of the halls. The applications are done online via our website, which is www.mdx.ac.uk/accommodation. And if you go to that website, you'll see all the information that I've given you today about all the halls, and the pictures are on there. So you can then, when you do your application, you can put down 3 choices for halls. Depending on when your application comes through and what we have available at that time, we will try and offer you your first choice, or it may possibly be your second or third choice. So the second option is private accommodation. This tends to be more like a home environment that you would be used to, possibly a quieter environment for study. With the halls, it tends to be mainly 18 to 20-year-olds, so it can get noisy at times. And with private, there's a possibility of partners and family staying, and if you wish to, you could book for the whole 3 years there. So we've got landlords that have registered with us in and around the local area. And there's 3 types of private accommodation. Firstly, there's lodgings, so where you live with the host family and you basically become part of their family. 2 is a shared property. So this is where each student rents a room individually within a house. So it would be with other students that you might not necessarily know. And then the 3rd option, which is what most students do going into the 2nd or 3rd year, is you get together as a group of students, friends you've made on your course or in the halls of residence, and you rent the whole house together. Costs vary depending on the type, standard and location. But you're looking at around 150 to 200 pounds per week with your bills on top of that. So we've got a dedicated website called Middlesex Student Pad, and this can be accessed via the link that I already gave you, or directly via www.middlesexstudentpad.co.uk. We advise students to start looking from about May onwards, because this is when the landlords would have re-registered with us. On there, you will also find lots of local estate agents to give you more options in terms of accommodation. So before we go on to questions, we are going to go over to Rebecca and India for a tour of Platt Hall.
Hi guys, I'm Rebecca.
Hello, I'm India.
And we're just going to give you a quick tour around our Platt Halls. So I'm just going to give you, this is a standard room in Platt Halls. So what you get is a single bed, a bedside table as well. And then you've got this desk area here with storage above and storage within the desk. And then you get this wardrobe with drawers and inside the wardrobe.
Sorry to interrupt. Lisette, could you stop sharing your screen quickly, please, just so that their tour goes full screen? Sorry about that.
Sorry, that's okay.
Perfect, thank you very much.
I shall start again just so you can see that. So here's the single bed with the bedside table that you get, and then the drawers and the desk with the storage above, and inside the wardrobe there's also storage here. And then you get your ensuite here with some storage just above the door. Inside the ensuite you get your shower, you get a cabinet and a mirror and the sink. And then we'll show you the halls and the kitchen. So commonly in Platt you share it with 6 other people. This is what your flat would look like. And then inside here is the kitchen.
So you get a fridge, you get a microwave, you each get a locked cupboard and then a non-locked cupboard. So you can keep like food and stuff in the locked cupboard if you don't want to make sure it's safe. And then you get a big table, so you can all sit around the table and eat dinner together if you like. You can also have like stuff like food rotors if you want to share the buying of like milk and butter and stuff. Yeah. You get a cleaner that come once a week that clean the kitchen area, but you do need to make sure that you keep the bins, take out the bins if they get too overflowed before they come.
And you also get provided with kettle and a microwave too.
Yeah.
And that is Platt Halls.
Hi everyone, my name is Shalise. I'm a resident assistant here at Unite, and I'm going to show you around one of the empty standard rooms. So at Unite, you get 2 pin boards, you get some shelves underneath your desk, you get a bedside table, you also get shelves over your bed, and you have storage underneath your bed. The beds at Unite are small double beds. You also have a wardrobe, which is quite spacious. You also have a place where you can fold your clothes and put it, and you have a shelf where you can put your shoes at the bottom here. And this is your bathroom. And at Unite, you share a flat with 10 people. The lights are automatic. I'm going to show you around the kitchen. Here's the kitchen. It's a kitchen and a living room. So you have your couches back there. We're not as fortunate as Platt Halls. You only get provided with a microwave. You have to buy your own kettle and toaster, which you can share the price among your other flatmates. And you get 2 cupboards as well, one that's labeled and one that's not labeled. So label one, you can put your food or your dishes. You also get 2 big fridges. We also do not get a cleaner, but your resident assistant at the beginning of the year will help you make a cleaning rota. So for people to see who's gonna clean the kitchen and the corridor, when and who's gonna take out the bin. And that's Unite. Thank you for listening.